What's going on, YouTube? I'd like to give a 1-year update on my DiamondBack Recoil 2016, as well as an update with some recent modifications that I've done to it. Since my last video, I talked about the upgrades that I did. I won't go into detail on what they are, but I'll just give a brief summary on what they were. I replaced my saddle, got a WTB saddle, replaced my rear suspension. Had a coil suspension, replaced it with a D&M air shock. I replaced my grips, got some race face half Nelson grips. I replaced my factory forks, got a Suntour Epicon forks, and what else I done? And that was it from the last video. Now the new upgrades I've got on this one is I replaced my drivetrain from a 3x8 to a 1x8, and what I did was I got a race face 32 star chain star and converted it to a 1x8 drivetrain, as you can see right there. Also, I got the race face Respond cranks as well as the race face Respond crank boots. Of course, I got the color blue to matches everything, so it has a nice little clean look to it. And also, I got a race face bottom bracket too as well. Next upgrade I did was I got rid of the 2.2 inch Honey Badger tires and got some 2.4 inch Maxxis Ardent tires, which look a hell of a lot better and much cleaner than the Honey Badger tires. In regards to performance, the tires grip real well, and the traction that I get on the trails is phenomenal, really. I don't do as much sliding as I did with the Honey Badger tires. Next, well, I won't call it a upgrade, but I just replaced my spacers and got some carbon fiber looking spacers, which are blue, which look pretty clean. It matches the rest of the colors on the bike, give it a nice clean look to it. And that's about it, really. To give an overview, after having a bike for a year with the upgrades, the bike pretty much is it's been performing phenomenally great. I hit the trails, I have no issues, fully confident with the bike and the components on it. One thing I can say is that DiamondBack actually made a pretty good frame on this Recoil. It's just all the other components were just like cheap. And luckily those type of components can easily be replaced with much better components. So far I put over 600 miles on the bike. Done all types of trails, easy, intermediate, some difficulty ones, and haven't done technical trails because, let's be realistic, this bike isn't good for technical trails. But aside for just regular trails, the bike holds up pretty good. If you have a DiamondBack Recoil, some recommendations I would suggest is getting rid of your coil rear suspension, get an air shock one, as well as get rid of the factory coil forks and get an air fork. That alone is a night and day difference for the bike, as well as you get to shave a lot of weight. So the bike will totally transform from what you originally bought to what it is now with those upgrades. A fun fact I can say about the bike is that when I first bought it, it weighed 37 pounds. Now the bike weighs 31 pounds. If I want, I can shave even more weight, replace the tires, replace the wheels, get some lighter wheels, or convert to tubeless. Because right now I have 2 inner tubes in there. And what else? And that's really it. Definitely take your bike to a local bike shop, have them check it out, get the bike tuned up. They might find something that you might have overlooked on the bike. They can get you squared away. Or if you're not comfortable with installing certain mods on the bike, they can do it for you for pretty much dirt cheap. And let's see. In regards to more upgrades, I might convert from my mechanical brakes to hydraulic brakes, but that's still up in the air. My mechanical brakes still bite hard, so I definitely don't have an issue braking real good. What else? I might upgrade the fork from 100 millimeters to 120, but so far the 100 millimeters is still decent. I haven't bottomed out the forks yet, so that's a plus. And what else? That's about it, really. The bike still holds up good. Haven't had any issues. The 1x8 drivetrain is good. It's yeah. Don't have any issues going up the hills or even gaining speed coming down. Yeah, man. I love this bike, to be honest. For the upgrades that I've done and the amount that I paid for it compared to like the price of other high-end bikes, you can't really beat it, really. And one advantage I'll say in regards to upgrading these parts, it allows me to do research on the different components for the bike. So with that alone, I can say, you know what, is this part worth upgrading or is it not? And I could check out the prices of them as well. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the description below and I'll be glad to answer them. Other than that, take care and have a good one.